In this tutorial, we're going to look at what we need to do for single-sided board files to prepare them for the generation of toolpaths or isolation. What we want to observe first is, are the drill hits here in line with the pads that you see on the solder side copper? If they are not, you will need to refer to a later tutorial called Mirroring and Registering Layers to correct this situation. But here we notice that they are lined up, which means that these files were all generated in an unmirrored fashion. If you send your design out for fabrication, this is the way most board houses will prefer that you send them the files in a non-mirrored fashion. So from here, we're going to select the Zoom Out button, and this, every time we click, will zoom us out a level, so we can take a look at our board from a distance and see where it is as reference to the box that shows your workable area. Then we want to make sure that all these layers are in Edit, and we'll just look at the layer table to make sure that none of them are mirrored. Everything looks okay here. Now what we're going to do is choose Edit and select All Data. This selects everything we have here. Then we're going to go back to a crosshairs cursor and see Edit, the Edit menu. We're going down to Mirror. Now we are physically mirroring everything that's on this board so that we can do it all from the solder side. But we're going to act like it was from the component side, from the machine's point of view. So that mirrors everything that you have. Now, if you switch this, you right click on any one of these and choose View All. Then you've deselected the data and it can't be accidentally changed. But you'll notice that as the file sits here, it is very close to this pin, and we don't want it to be anywhere near this pin really. So we're going back to Edit All, Edit Select All Data, making sure we have a crosshair. We can now move this file anywhere we'd like to on the board. Now, if you have trouble, always go to this button, which is Extents. If you hit this, it will zoom in onto everything that every layer that you have currently on the board. From here, you can zoom out, choosing your spots carefully from where to zoom out from, and we can see now that we can move this board to about here. If you have a blank sheet of copper, I would suggest working with it here on this will be the right side of the mill as you're looking into it. This will be the left side, this will be the rear of the mill over here, and this is the front of the mill. So this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, but on the mill it doesn't look like that. It looks like these are reversed. So you have to get used to kind of looking at it sideways. Looking down into the mill will be in this direction. But at any rate, you can move your file here. If you would like to use less of a distance, you can go to Edit, Select All Data again, and you can also rotate these 90 or 180 degrees if you wanted this to be rotated clockwise, and you can move all of it over here. But for instance, if you have this here and you click on the wrong place and you move only a part of it, let's see if I can, like that. Oopsie, I didn't want to do that. So if I go to Edit, Undo, I can undo that move and then try again. You would want to grab it from a position where there isn't a lot of different handles for you to grab onto. Like for instance, on this board right here, we'll move the whole board to where I want to mill it. And so we put it right about here. Later on we'll come back to this and we will actually generate the isolation layers for this. In the next tutorial, we're going to look at what procedures you need to follow to prepare a double-sided board for isolation.